Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, three-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Puckers New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
Okay, let's try that again. I will say this. The mute button on this microphone is in the worst possible spot. And it's just like a touch. So if I grab the mic, I'm accidentally muting myself all the time, which I did. So my hands are going to stay here. That's it. I don't know what to do with my hands. We're the Uncle Puckers. I'm Chris with Tim. What's up, Tim? How are you? How are you braving through this winter storm?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Did some decent shoveling. Our neighbor was nice enough. Chubb was nice enough to come up and plow the driveway in our little parking area, which was good. Yeah, no, doesn't really affect much. It's kind of cold in my house because it's a very old farmhouse that has thin windows. So,
How old is your house?
1876, I think it has a thing.
Oh, wow.
1846. It's pretty fucking old.
And mine was.
It's obviously not like, a lot of the bones are original, but like a lot of, their kitchen's been renovated and bathrooms have been renovated and stuff like that. Like I'm not like pissing into a hole in the ground or anything like that.
Well, I mean, it's old, but it's like my house is over 100 years old. My house was built in like 1918 or something. So, I mean, other than the room that I'm actually in right now, it's all original. This was an addition that they did, this little patio. As you can see, the fireplace, like this brick wall behind me is my fireplace on the other side. This used to be an exterior wall. So,
okay. Yeah.
But,
like, their rooms have been added on and, where right now my brother is, he has a kitchen island that kind of was left like, it's framed, but it was left unenclosed, so it's like literally just like the wood like slats. So now after 15 years we're finally putting some paneling up on it.
Nice.
Yeah,
this storm was, I mean, the freaking ice this morning was ridiculous because they plow you in, so you get to your driveway, and I parked everything in front of the house after I got the cars out today. I'm like, I'm not even fucking with the driveway. My driveway is pretty big and it's just a sheet of ice. I ate shit 3 times. Finally, after getting the fucking cars out of the driveway to pull onto the street, like, I mean, we were just breaking our asses. It sucked, man. I'm just like, what am I doing living in fucking New Jersey? This blows.
I mean, my shoveling isn't all of that hard. It could be worse. Like the worst thing I had to do was shovel a path. So like my front door, or like the kitchen door that we use, it's like like the front door to the house is like right here at the front porch, but like the main kitchen door is over there is the one that we use. It has like a little, brick 3-step like entrance way. Shovel that off, shovel a little bit of a brick path, and then just carve a lane through the grass to like our cars. And then from like the little concrete patio where we park our cars, which is probably, I don't know, 200 feet from the house, then it's another 500 feet to the barn, which we carve a path to the barn so we could get scraps of wood so we can throw them in the fire, because that's what helps keep the fire going. So
you go out of my front house. I have a walkway, patio, and then a walkway going to the street. And then I have like another walkway going over the side of the house where the driveway and stuff is. I didn't touch any of the shit over there. I did the walkway and I iced it, and then that's it. Anybody who comes in, park, don't even use my driveway. My driveway probably won't be used till May.
Like my yard out here is about the size of a football field.
Yeah.
And so I'm not touching that, but I think I may try this. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can walk on it, but I may get like my old pair of skates, and if it's going to be 0 and iced over, I'm going to see if I can skate out there.
Let me tell you, I brought the garbage can, my Robo can, from the back of the house, right?
These two came in hot.
Yeah, no, we'll get to it. And I'm pulling my Robo can, and my whole driveway, like I said, is a sheet of ice. So I pulled it like up to the grass, right? And I
Yeah.
just walked. I didn't even put a dent in the snow. That's how it was, like fucking walking on concrete. That's how frozen it was. Like
Really?
with my RoboCan, which probably weighed more than I did. So it was probably
Jesus
like
Christ.
over 300 pounds going across it. Didn't budge.
I saw a weatherman skating to his job. I think it was in Texas somewhere. It's pretty wild. So yeah, I don't know. We're complaining about snow and
Well, how about we complain about
meanwhile,
the Devils?
sure, why not?
All right. So look, I mean, yes, Dubs and Mike, you guys aren't wrong. No, Marky was shit in Vancouver, but you know what? You got 6 out of a possible 8 points. I don't want to crap over them that bad, but man, last night that game was for the taking, and then once again, those little mini fucking meltdowns, and everything goes. Luckily, they stopped it at 2 in 20 seconds or whatever, but that's what killed us. Take those 20 seconds out, you got 2 more points.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Like we still can't score at 5-on-5. I just like we got 2
Nothing,
power play goals. Nothing works.
nothing works together, right?
Nothing like right. I've said it 100 times. It's like I really would like it for not even like if you consider there are 5 things, right? Goaltending, defense, special teams, 5-on-5 offense. Okay, that's 4 things. 4 things, right? I'll put the power play and penalty kill separately. Those are 2 separate things, and
Gives you the
5-on-5
5.
scoring.
I got you.
So we can't have all 5 things working at once. I feel like at most this team has like maybe 2 things working at once. You know what's working for us right now? Our penalty kill and our power play. Since the beginning of the year, like our power play has been like 28, almost 30%, fourth in the league. Our penalty kill has been 86% since Pesci came back. So like those are working. 5-on-5 scoring. It's just I don't know what it is about this fucking team. They have too much talent on this team to do it. And it's just there are a couple guys we can talk about the fall off of them, the goaltending last night. Like, I wouldn't say Markstrom was at fault, but his general sloppiness is just always a problem. It's always a problem.
Well, the problem is too, you can live with the general sloppiness if okay, going into this is 1 goal a game. If you lived like the Edmonton Oilers and know we're probably giving up 4 tonight, but we can score 6. The problem is that our offense is dry. So it's like
It's not even dry, it's
save.
anemic. And it's not like this isn't a dry spell. This is who they are. So that's an interesting question to you. Like what do you think this team's identity is? Like what are they?
Right now, if I had to
Yeah.
lump them in for an identity of what are you getting when you play the Devils? Are you saying I'm an opposition scout and I'm looking and I'm about to tell my team, well, you're going into the Devils, I tell them hit them, hit them, hit them, and you will get them off their game. Play physical. I would say they're a fast team, but they don't use their speed the way that they should. And I would say that their identity now is they don't really have one. Like I would say they're just a middle of the road team right now. Some nights they look like world beaters. Some nights they look like complete and total ass. What's their identity? They haven't earned it, in my opinion. There is no identity. When you play the Devils, you don't know what you're going to get. When you're playing Carolina, Florida, those teams, you're in for a physical game. They're going to shoot from wherever. You have to be on your marks at every shift. With the Devils, you kind of don't. Like it's just there's no consistency.
Yeah, they're I don't know. They're not a good team, and look, we've won.
What would you say their identity is?
I'd say they don't have one.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to be something that they shouldn't be trying to be. I think they're trying to be a defense first, low event, low scoring team, and they don't have the personnel that lines up very well with that. Like maybe defensively they do, with like Pesci and Kovacevic and Siegenthaler who can't pass for shit, but you're literally stifling what should make this team great, which is horses up front. Like I don't know, like the 2 guys that I have a serious problem with right now, and one of them, Jesper Bratt, he's on what did I write down here? He's on a 58-point pace. That's like a 30-point drop off from where he was. And I just if if like he refuses to shoot, he's just not, he doesn't look as dynamic as he has been. He's making serious fucking mistakes. Like, this is 2 games in a row where he's had a just a brutal fucking turnover that led to a goal. And it's just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this guy. You know, he's got what, like 3 points in his last 20 games or something. It's just, actually, since he scored 2 goals against Minnesota, he's got 1 assist and he's a -6. That's 6 games.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, we've in the last 7, they're 5-2. You know, they have 3
Right.
more games. They have 3 more games this month. They need to go 2-1, and then that's the pace that they need to be on for every kind of. I'm going to start looking at this in like 5 and 10 game chunks. So if they win, you know, if they go 2-1, that would be what, 7-3. That's a 700 winning percentage. That's where they need to be. So like
So
the
who
top
do they
four
have this
episode,
month?
they have no margin for error.
So we got the Jets, the Preds, and the Sens. Is that who we got the next 3? I
Yeah,
think,
something like
off
that.
the top
Yeah.
of my head. I before you get on to your next guy, I want to just talk a little bit about Jesper Bratt. And I kind of have been saying this on and off for the last couple of seasons, but Jesper Bratt needs to be traded. He needs to go somewhere, and we need to get a actual sniper back in return. This is what we need. I think Jesper Bratt is the most tradable guy on this team right now. I think you'll be able to get the most return than anybody else on this team, not named Jack or Nico. And I just think that this could be a win-win for everybody involved if he goes to the right place and we get back the right pieces. But I think if I was running this team, Jesper Bratt would be the guy that I'm calling people about. That's just who I would be moving now.
So like, I'm looking at his stat lines right here for the past couple of years, and he went from 26 goals to 32 to 27 to 21, and he now has 11, which is on pace for basically less than 20 goals. Like, he used to be able to finish, and now he just can't, and that's our problems. I think I agree with you. You know, and like, I was really like, I defended Jesper Bratt. I still think he's a very good player. I just think his skill set is too duplicative with Jack Hughes. And, you know, especially if Jack can't fucking shoot right now, which it doesn't seem like he can. I just, they're both too playmaker heavy, and neither one of them can finish. And I think that's a large part of our 5-on-5 finishing problems. You know, is that both of them are pass first guys that, you know, they want to make an extra pass and make things look fancy, and they're overpassing. They're just not finishing. They're not shooting when they need to shoot.
And to dovetail on that, you look at that line that's been going out there to the last handful of games. And I mean, I love Timo Meier, but goddamn, this guy cannot score to save his fucking life. Every single he should have had at least 1, maybe 2, if he was on his game, a hat trick last night with the amount of opportunities he had.
Timo Meier has 4 points in his last 20 games. And like, look, I like his play style. I like the idea of Timo Meier. The execution and the player that Timo Meier is right now isn't what we signed up for. You know, he's not doing the things that we need him to do. Like, he got set up what 6, 7 glorious chances last night and the game before, and I don't think he hit the net in the past. Actually, no, he had 2 shots. He had 2 shots that hit the net, I think, last night, both right in the fucking logo.
Right in the
and it's just, you know, and when he doesn't hit him in the logo, it's like high and wide every goddamn time. It's just like, we don't have that guy that can pick a corner. You know, I said it, you know, last time about Anthony Duclair, who just 2 perfectly placed shots. Like where's Timo?
Yeah. Mike Ruff, we
missed that boat on Stamkos. Like, Nashville's a better team than us.
And you know, I would love to have Stamkos on this team right now. I really would. Like, just a guy that you said, we don't have a guy that can pick the corners. That's the dude.
Yeah, the thing with Bratt,
I'm not saying he's the guy to go get, but
yeah, I don't know. I'd be ready to move on from both of them to find better options at both of them. You know, but we do have, you know, Bratt could probably fetch the bigger haul, but Timo just isn't. Timo's not working. It's not working.
And Timo, you don't trade unless it's for another kind of archetype power forward, that we use that term loosely nowadays, but you don't want to give up that size and the physical nature that he does bring, especially in the playoff time for another, smaller, quicker winger,
No,
something like that. Like if
but I
I had
think
to
if you
pick,
could, yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, like if I had to pick trading Jesper Bratt or trading Timo Meyer, as far as who would I want to see on this team long term, it's Timo. For me, it's Timo because I think that like you said, the idea of Timo to me is better than the idea of Jesper Bratt. And we've seen Jesper Bratt disappear for huge chunks of the season. This year, he's just disappeared. He's just on the back of a milk carton, and we don't know where the hell he is. I think you're going to get your best return for him. That's who we should be dangling.
Right. Here's my problem with that. Is we have a 3-year track record of Bratt being a point per game player for this team. We know what he is and what he is on this team. This year, something is clearly wrong and something is different. I don't know what that is. With Timo, this is who he is. Like we're
Yeah.
paying almost $9 million for less than 50 points. Like I get he's big in hits and stuff, but he's getting paid to fucking score goals. We could have gotten Kiefer Sherwood to do what he does for $3-4 million less.
Well, aren't we all just supposed to sit tight for the next 5 weeks and wait till March and then Timo's back?
But like, yeah, and that's fine. And everybody can tell me all about his playoffs. Well, we need to make the playoffs first. And if he's not going to fucking contribute to us making the playoffs, then we're not going to make the playoffs. Like that's the problem. It's a fucking circular argument. It's so dumb. Same with Palat. Like get this fucking guy off my team. I don't give a shit about his playoff resume when we're not even going to make the playoffs because he's such a fucking boat anchor.
I have a question off the chat here. Is there a William Nylander possible being traded situation going on? That's like the second time his name popped up.
He's sitting Toronto's not going great right now.
No, I know that, but like I wouldn't think they would be dumping Willie Nylander. I'd take him in a fucking heartbeat.
I'd take Nylander in a heartbeat.
Oh my god! If that is something that could possibly happen, yeah, do it, please. I know he just signed
Toronto might be done. Yeah, they're 5 points out of that last wild card. They have more points than we do. Yeah, I'd take Nylander. I don't know. Like we're talking about trades and stuff but like let's get back to the team and like the game and stuff like that. So there's that sort of micro macro, right? I get the game against Seattle wasn't great, but to the point like that we just made, they won 5 of 7. That was 3-1 on the West Coast road trip. They're trending in the right direction. You can look at that one game in isolation. Like if you put that one game in isolation in like November, you brush it off and say, fine. They just have no margin for error right now. So that's kind of the problem that we all see. However, it was the last game of a long road trip. It got moved up in time. There's bumping time zones. They're in Seattle, which is where the NFC Championship game is, and they're probably, they're all football guys. They're probably fucking jazzed about that. I don't even know if they like were able to travel out of Seattle last night or not, or had to wait because of the weather. So
I don't think they could have gotten back home. Not last night. But yeah, I you're right. I mean, you can't. I'm not going to shit on this team over what they did on this road trip. The road trip was fine. I mean, like you said, you're 6 out of a possible 8 points on that road trip. You take that every single time. You got a 4-game West Coast trip coming up. Thought they played. I mean, the Vancouver game, it was a fun game to watch, but it was frustrating as a fan, but it was a fun game to watch. They got way too loose, but they managed to hold on, get the win. Seattle, like I said, they should have fucking gotten a point out of that. That was frustrating. Can't shake it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy with that. They are trending in the right direction. 5 of 7 is very good, and you have some winnable games coming up. So it's now you're back at home. Let's see what you can do. I don't know about you, but I know my heart was absolutely in my throat when Pesce didn't come back out for the start of the third. And I was just like, oh no, what is going on? Is it a concussion? Is it this? Is it that? Thank goodness he came back.
I think,
I love that man.
I was a little bit worried, but I was like, I think this guy's a fucking warrior. He really fucking blew up his face.
Yeah, I mean, that was a gnarly frigging gash.
Yeah, and like you look at from a process perspective, and I get this as a hollow win, but last 4 or 5 games we've been on the right side of the puck in terms of their shooting, their chances, expected goals for, it's the process is getting better, and you can kind of see that as you watch the game. And like that's why I like looking at some of these numbers, like I'm kind of balancing with what I'm seeing because you can see it in their game. Their game is better. They still cannot fucking score. And now the other problem that we have that Mike Ruff was jumping into, Jacob Markstrom fucking sucks. He fucking sucks. Like he might probably be the worst goalie in the league, maybe bottom 3, bottom 4. Like it's just every single one of those goals, you probably can't say, "Oh, Marky should have had that." There's no muffin from distance or anything like that. But every single one went in because of a part of Markstrom's game. Like the first one that was deflected by Kovacevic, like he's got to close that down because he's so sloppy and his fucking legs and arms are everywhere. It sneaks through him. The second one, he comes way out to challenge, even though Brat made a terrible turnover.
Yeah.
He's way out to challenge, so out of position that Beniers can just walk around and just backhand it over. Like he also, Nemec probably didn't overplay that too, but Nemec doesn't expect Brat to fucking drop it to him like right at the
Yeah,
the
no,
dot.
that was just a clusterfuck. I'm not going to blame Marky on that one. I'm really not. But
He's
I
way
see
out of
what-
position. But the
but
third
yeah,
one,
I mean,
same thing. He way overcommits to Stevenson, and then Kovacevic and whoever put it in are on the back door, and it's just like Berkeley Catton. Obviously the fourth one was an empty netter, but all three of them were just issues. And it's just like this. But my biggest problem. Sorry, this is the point I want to get to.
Yeah,
is
go
like,
ahead.
They know that Markstrom sucks.
Right.
And Keefe said something that I don't think I've ever heard a coach say, because he said that they were going to give Markstrom this start and that Allen will be in on Tuesday versus Winnipeg. When have you ever heard a coach announce the next starting goaltender? That means to me that he knows in his head he's starting the wrong goalie. Like he knows that like Markstrom is a problem.
I think you're right, but I also think there's a little bit more that gets involved in this. And I get, like, in their head and in Keefe's head, I believe that we have to get Marky back up to speed. He's got to get back to his old form. And how are we going to do that? You got to play the guy. And that is the reason why I think we've saw him play these back-to-backs, and he's getting the majority of the starts these last handful of games. But at the same time, you go back to what was the last game that Allen played? Was that the Calgary game? No, Calgary was Markstrom, Edmonton.
So Markstrom started Seattle, Vancouver, Calgary, Carolina.
Look, Mike Ruff, I'm not making any excuses for Jacob Markstrom. I'm fucking pissed off that he got the extension. He never should have gotten that extension. And I wish, though, what I'm saying is I understand why he's getting this. My point is, though, it's not working. Like, you wanted to see Marky with all this extra ice time get back to form. He's not getting back to form. No, and we do have a guy.
And his original form wasn't all that fucking good to begin with. Markstrom, there's this mystique around Markstrom that he's some excellent goalie because he's a giant Viking. He's never been that good of a goalie. Like
he's had some good seasons, but he's not consistent.
Yeah, exactly. He's never been like a top 10 goalie in this league.
Like, I said it a while ago, and Sean, you're saying it here. Like, I would have been fine with Dawes this year, Dawes and Allen, or even Dawes and Markstrom, as far as having Dawes up there. But Allen is the number one guy. The problem is you can't play. I don't know if you can. How do you think Allen will be if he had the lion's share of starts? If he was going 3 out of 4, I don't know. Can Allen do that and then take this team to the playoffs on a deep run? I don't know.
I don't know if it's more consecutive games thing or days. Like our schedule's spread out enough right now. There's absolutely no reason for Markstrom to have started in Sunday. Like, there's absolutely no reason for him to have started last night to get 2 games in a row, like with travel in between. Like my knees get fucked up enough as when it's cold outside. You think that 36-year-old 6'6" goalie, like is handling plane travel and then is able to like no, like start Allen and then you fly back and then you start Markstrom against fucking Winnipeg or start Allen again against Winnipeg. We need points right now. Like if we want to make the playoffs, which I think they do, start the better goalie. Like you know what? Like I I know there's a whole narrative about Allen not being able to handle workload, but like I don't think we have a better choice.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I agree. If you honestly believe that no matter what, Allen's going to give us the best chance to win every night, and not only does his play better, the team plays better in front of Allen. There is a calm when he's out there. The offense tends to click up a little bit. They tend to, even if there's a mistake, it doesn't compound itself because Allen's always there. He always makes the big save when you need him. Allen has been a fucking godsend on this team. And if you go back and think, if we only had Markstrom and some schlep playing backup, where would we be in the standings right now? Allen has kept this team. Allen is the main reason why this team is even in contention right now to make the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, if you think that, well, if we ride him too much, the wheels are going to fall off, then ride him until the fucking wheels fall off. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and look, a little conspiracy bunny in my head. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, cool. I know. I read it too. Fuck him. The little conspiracist in me is like, I think Keefe is either trying to get himself fired or trying to get Fitz fired, like by either continuing to throw Markstrom out there. This whole like, do you know what I hate? Every time they're like, "Oh, Markstrom battled back there." It's like, no,
well, what makes you think that it's Keefe? What makes you not think that it might be Fitz?
I don't think Fitz does that. Like, I don't think he's like, you have to start him.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I do. I absolutely do.
I don't. I don't think Keefe would have taken this job.
Maybe he's not saying to Keefe, you got to start this guy, but I do think the Markey needs more starts. Markey's got to get back to form. We got to play him. We got to play him. We got to play him. I do think that that's something that Fitz probably preaches. And, Keefe is just kind of trying to do what's best for this team. The goaltending's a mess. I mean, our starting goaltender should not be our starting goaltender. And we have a guy that I think every Devil fan would say is deserves the opportunity, and Nico Daws. Nico Daws came in last year in December. He was solid. He played great for us. Every time this kid at 20 years old, 4 years ago, when this kid came in, when we went through about a dozen goaltenders and nobody can hold on to the job. It was on a terrible fucking team, but this kid came out there every single start and played his ass off. And
guess who just stopped 99 of his last 104 shots also?
Malik.
And both of these guys are going to be in the AHL for 3 years now because we have our fucking geriatric goaltending tandem.
Yeah.
Like that extent, the Markstrom extension and the way Fitz talked about it at that press conference, I wanted to fucking strangle that motherfucker. He's like, "Oh, do you see him in the playoffs? It's like a 5-game sample.
Right.
That's what you're going off of. He's been awful.
They won one fucking game.
Yeah, and the one game where they were up, he was responsible for the second period fucking getting blown up when we were up 3-0.
All you have to do in New Jersey is lose 4 playoff games and you'll get your extension. I mean, basically that's what he did.
How many retirement home contracts we have on the books?
Oh my
Nason,
God.
Dylan, Pesci, Allen, Markstrom, Dadonov, and Glendening. That's 7 Palat. 8 fucking guys we have retirement home contracts.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I couldn't believe I gave Fitz so much fucking credit for things. It's just like he has absolutely fucking destroyed this team.
I still am not sold that they're going to make the playoffs. I do think
they're going to make the playoffs. They're fine.
I really hope you're right. But at the same time, there's that piece of me that's like, if making the playoffs and losing in 4 or 5 games to whoever the fuck we play is going to secure Fitz for another fucking year and another year of this bullshit, I don't want to make the playoffs. I'd rather, if I knew no matter what, well, first of all, I'm saying right now, I feel like this team, no matter what this team as is, they are not competing with anybody. So even if they make the playoffs, it's a first round exit, unless something seriously changes in this lineup and the play in general, that I'm going to continue to feel that way. So I'd rather not make the fucking playoffs if it means that ownership will finally say enough is enough and get rid of Fitzgerald and put somebody competent here that can build this team around the core players that we have, that whoever is the one recognizing and dealing with all this talent can see, okay, look, we have to build around A, B, C, and D and go out and do it. Fitz isn't that guy. And we talk about, Brat trade, this guy. I don't know if anybody's going to get fucking traded. Like, I have no hope that Fitz is going to do anything.
No, it should be. I believe in this group. And the owners are going to be fucking, buying Washington Commanders NFTs and shit like that.
And like Jay Snow saying, like, what, we're going to make the playoffs to get rolled in 5? Like, what the fuck, dude? Nobody wants that.
Here's the thing. Like, if this team makes the playoffs, I think they have the capability to do better than a 5-game bounce. I think we knew going in last year that they were going to get rolled because they were a walking infirmary like that. And they outplayed Carolina at 5-on-5. The only thing that sunk this team, and I'll fucking die on this hill, was special teams during the playoffs last year. We beat Carolina if we put in or at least get them to 6 or 7 if we put in a couple power play goals and prevent 1 on the penalty kill.
Okay, let me ask you a question, and you guys in the chat, feel free to chime in. For Tom Fitzgerald's job to be completely safe going into the 26-27 season, how far does this team have to go? Or is it just they have to make the playoffs? Because in my head, you can't do any less than a 5th game of a second round, because that is as far as they've gotten over the last 3 years. 4 years. So you have to do better than that. So if it's a first round exit, if it's a, sweep in the second, whatever, even if it's a 5-game loss in the second, I still think you have to get rid of him.
I think if they make the playoffs, he'll be safe.
I agree. So but what do you think? Like, where would you be comfortable with him being
6
safe?
months ago. I don't think he should be safe regardless of what happens. The flaws have been exposed on this team. The issues with this team have been exposed. So, like, here's another fun exercise, right? We're just talking about where we stand and stuff like that and making the playoffs. So I think the Flyers and Islanders play tonight. Am I wrong about that?
They playing each other?
Yeah. So
I'll check the schedule. You could talk.
So on December 15th, we were 4 points out of the second place in Metro, and we were 3 points out of the Metro 3. On January 1st, we were 4 points out of the Metro, second place, and 3 points out of Metro 3. Today's date, January 26th, we are now 7 points out of the second place in Metro, and we are still 3 points out of Metro 3. So we haven't made up any ground. And if you look at like their last 10 for the entire season, well, not the entire season, but since like middle of November, one thing I like to check, because like I know that the teams, they think about things in like 10-game stretches. Like since the middle of November, like they have been at 500 or below for the last 10. Like if you look at the NHL.com schedule, you look at the last 10, they've been at 500 or below this entire time. So we've only been 3 points out when we've been sinking like a rock. And now that we're coming back up, we're still 3 points out. It's just, it's impossible to make up any ground. That's why they need to go like 700 the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah.
But they're still going to make the playoffs. Don't worry.
Well, look, I'm not worried. I mean, I'm going to be here no matter what.
Was it the Flyers? Flyers
and Islanders are playing right now 0-0, 9 minutes left in the first. The Rangers and Bruins are 0-0, 17 left in the first, and Mammoth and Lightning are 0-0 with 11 left in the first. And the only other game is a West Coast game. It's the Ducks and Oil. So
So like I am still torn as to whether I always want my team to succeed, but you got to balance the long term and short term in your head. And short term, like I want them to do well and win every game out and then go to the playoffs. I want to watch playoff hockey. For the long term, though, I don't think that is necessarily the best thing for this team. I think they might need to flame out, not make the playoffs, get Fitz the fuck out of here, maybe even get Keefe out of here, and bring in a massive overhaul. Bring in a new set of eyes to overhaul this team.
Hey, look, unless they're playing for a Stanley Cup, that has to happen. It has to happen. If
Hey,
they
Jay Snow, it's they are THEY''RE. Thanks.
grammar police, grammar police.
That's our little
Um,
bit that we do.
yes, scoreboard watching in January sucks. You're right.
It
Okay,
does.
so let's do our bitch about Don LaGreca portion of the show.
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, and I got to find a way to actually be able to snatch the audio off of these broadcasts and put them into the show. And I don't know how to do that, but I really want to be able to do that because I feel like every game we can have a nice clip. I got an email from a listener very upset about how, how LaGreca completely just biffed Hamanio's first goal. Like not even recognizing who it was, not recognizing that it was his first goal. And you had to have Danico and Sal kind of bring that up and talk it up. Like he completely missed it. And the other thing he did, he called Mercer Merkel. I'm not sure if anybody noticed.
Yeah, he did.
That.
No,
He
he
called
called
him Merkel.
he called Gritsuk Merkel when Gritsuk had the puck because he thought Gritsuk was Mercer. He didn't he called him the wrong name and didn't even get the wrong name right.
Okay, I thought because he said Mercer and then Merkel, I just assumed that he was talking about the same person only because it was close to Mercer. And so whoever Merkel is, I want to see this guy get an extension because Merkel's fucking great. He needs an extension and a no trade clause. I'm going to get a Merkel jersey.
You're a big Merkel guy.
Big Merkel guy.
I kind of want to get a Gritsuk jersey that says Gritslick on it.
No, yeah, we should just get Gritsuk jerseys that say Merkel on them. 81 Merkel. But this guy is such a freaking clown. It's I listen to the games now. I used to just earlier in the season just completely zone them out. And but now I actually am paying attention and I'll stop and like pause the game. And I'm like, did he just fucking call Mercer Merkel? And I rewind it. And in my head, I'm thinking there's no way he did that. And I hit play and oh shit, he did call him Merkel. This guy, I don't know how he got this fucking job. Yeah, you're right, Jay. How the fuck did we get this shithead from the Rangers, right? It's like the Ranger rejects, and now he's the devil guy.
Because he's a fan.
Bill Spalding should have this job, and I think that all 18 of us now should start a little petition here, and we should get Bill Spalding back. Yes, he is special, Sean. He's special, and not in a good way.
Wait, hang on. I might be able to. Hang on. Let me see if I can.
If you can find the Merkel thing, I will fucking love you.
No. But I can.
I just,
Oops. Sorry, you're looking at my work stuff.
I really just want to see a trade right now. Like I just want to see some effort to make this team better right now. But again, like we talk about Brad. Brad's got full no move clause. Like you're not moving him. So who the fuck are you going to move? And that idiot during his fucking press conference, Fitz, had the balls when asked, do you think that all of these no movement clauses that you're put, do you think that hinders you? No, not at all. This doesn't hinder us at all. Who are you fucking lying to, dude? Us, yourself? Like, I don't, obviously. Quinn Hughes would be on this team if the no trade movements were not an issue, right? We know that. And now you're stuck with
I still don't think that's true.
I do. I think it is true.
They would have been able to make it work money wise. They just wouldn't have been able to field a short-term team, basically.
His contracts are completely handcuffing this team. And that's why I said earlier, I just don't think that anything's going to get done. I don't think there's going to be a big move. I don't know. And then
because like, what are you going to do? Like, you approach Pratt and be like, hey, you want to go to St. Louis, which is one of the worst teams in the league and fucking one of the shittiest cities in America that may or may not exist? Or like, what do you want to do? You want to go to Ottawa where like, all the players on that team cheat on their wives are all on the fucking regular, like, and they're a bunch of scumbags. Like, there's nowhere to send him where someone's going to be available that will make it work. And now, someone in the chat asked earlier, it's like, we don't have a number one D-man. Do you know what? We do have a number one D-man right now. His name is Dougie Hamilton. He has fucking 10 points in his last 8 games. He's playing fucking great. And it's just like, all that stupid shit he said about Dougie 2 weeks ago, now it's like coming to bite him in the ass. And there's and the rumor is now that that has softened a little bit, that Dougie may not get moved. But like if they have any intention to make the playoffs, you can't move Dougie now.
No.
Not with Luke hurt. And like
Nope.
I mean, Luke's a whole other story, like his regression has been fucking remarkable. Like I didn't think he would like I knew he wouldn't live up to the contract in his first year, but like he's been pretty fucking bad. And it just sucks.
Well, they're saying that after the Olympic break, he could be back. So let's hope that he comes back a little healthier, feeling a little better, can kind of get back into form. I said when the injury happened that all the Devil fans that are happy about this, it's going to bite you in the ass. Because if we do plan on making a run, getting into the playoffs and seeing what happens here, Luke has to be a part of it. He has to be a part of it. He has to play well, and he's going to be a big part of this team going forward. Like, I don't want this kid's confidence shot. I don't want, like, Luke's the future. I still believe in him. His third year in the season in the league.
I think worst case scenario is yeah. I mean, and it just looked like that it was the right move at the time because his contract was up and needed the long-term deal. We wanted to keep him. And then, at the time, it was also kind of like, hey, wink, wink, we might be able to land Quinn, he was a generational fucking player. However, like now he's just not playing up to it. And I'm worried now about the amount that they've been jerking Nemec around, moving him offside, left side, right side, ice time, no ice time, power play 1, penalty kill, you're up and down, you're sitting, you're not sitting. It's just like the amount that they've been jerking him around. Nemec is going to bolt at like the first fucking offer sheet that he gets because he's offer sheet eligible this summer. I'm pretty certain. So it's what the fuck are we doing? Like that's worst case scenario is that we're going to lose Nemec for nothing basically.
Nemec and Gritzuk are two guys that if Fitzgerald isn't fucking smart are going to end up seeing the exit this summer, and that's two guys that we can't afford to lose. No, I'm with you, but like we're talking about who's going to fucking take these guys. Where are they going to go? I still think St. Louis could be a really viable option if you're planning on moving a guy like Bratt to a team that, yes, they're underperforming this year, but there's some solid guts there. They're well coached. They're a off-season retool to be in a playoff team again. Maybe that's the team that you have the most success with trying to get a Kyrou, a Thomas, somebody for a Bratt that can come in. They can both finish. Bratt can probably have a great career playing with the other guy who's left there. And let's just, see how that goes. I think St. Louis might be the one that you're most likely to be able to make a move with.
Yeah, and Mike Ruff brought it up, but it's like maybe if Jason Robertson is in fact available, one of Timo or Bratt could go to Dallas, because that is actually a good team. It's a desirable location. I could see Bratt and his like no personality fitting into Dallas pretty well. That has no personality as a city.
I agree. That's another good one. Would love to get Robo in a Devil uniform.
That's what's going to happen. He's going to trade Nemec for fucking Braden Shen.
No, I don't think any defensemen are going anywhere. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I hate hating this team. Like I don't like them right now, and I don't like what's happened to this team, and it sucks.
Oh, it does suck. It's been a very trying season for Devil fans, and it's hard to be patient, and it's hard to kind of keep looking at things through rose-colored glasses and say, okay, we take the little victories, right? The 6 out of 8 points or whatever. Like this team going into the season was supposed to be a top team, and we should not be in this position. Now, I'm not going to be fooled next offseason. I'll tell you that. Like,
no, third year in a row, we went in with like top 5 Stanley Cup odds.
Yeah,
only to fucking flame out.
And and which is just another reason that. You can't blame injuries right now. This team's as healthy as they've been all year. Sounds Luke, but changes have to be made if you really want to try and take this team to the next level. This whole idea of this is the team I built. This is the team that's going to either win or lose. I'm not going to change anything because I know this team can win is the most just incompetent statement a general manager can fucking make.
It's no way to just go through life, just to the inability to take new information and change your opinion about
His
something.
hubris is hurting this team.
And that was the rumor going around about Palat, is that pretty much everyone else in the organization said, like, do not sign this guy to a long-term deal, and he said no. And it's, you know what, Palat plays exactly like Fitzgerald did. You know, and that's the problem. He's trying to make this team in his mold of a bunch of mediocre fucking like second, third line plugs. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm annoyed.
I could tell you're annoyed. But listen, before we'll wrap it up, we'll talk about one last thing. Tomorrow night's a big night. I mean, not just playing the Jets, but it is Johnny Mac put in the Ring of Honor tomorrow. McLean may be my first Devil love of a player. When I was a kid, he was the best player on the team back in the late 80s, early 90s. I loved him. I think Dan even had a McLean jersey. Other than the 1988 overtime goal in Chicago, do you have a best memory or anything of Johnny Mac or anything like that, or no?
That's it for me. Like, I mean, aside from him lifting a cup and, you know, after all those years and kind of being around and stuff like that, but that was, you know, I was 10 when he scored that goal. So, like, you know, that was my sort of first, because I was just starting to like play like pretty serious level hockey at that point, and like getting good and kind of following the league and stuff like that. And we had both the Philly, like where we lived in New Jersey, we had the Philly feed for everything and the New York feeds for stuff. So I could watch both the Flyers and the Devils. And the team I was playing for at the time was Flyers, was the Junior Flyers. So I was like, I choose the Devils because I fucking hated everybody on my team on the Junior Flyers because they're all fucking trashy fucking Philadelphia people. But that goal was one of my first sort of core memories of the Devils. So yes, long story short, yes, that goal.
So they're saying that we never played good on these Ring of Honor games. So this is the
fourth. I think we're 1-2.
1-2, right? The win though, if I'm right, was the first year Sergei Brylin. I believe we played Philly and we fucking trounced them like 6-1.
Yeah.
The second time was who was the second one? Dr. McMullen. Dr. John McMullen. I don't know who we played though. I think we lost that one. And then last year, Jacques Lemaire.
Brylin was right. Yeah, the Lemaire one was embarrassing because I remember being like, "You're fucking embarrassing us in front of Jacques Lemaire. Like, fucking stop it."
Yeah. So when ownership or coaching get in, we lose, and when players get in, maybe we win. So the Brylin, now Johnny Mac. So maybe we go in and play. They got to play really good tomorrow night. You know, you got to play that way for Mac. I'm looking forward to that.
Win games. So what they have? They're 52. Where are they? Hang on one second. They have 52 games played. So 30 games left, right?
30 exactly.
And they have 56 points. So they need basically 40 points out of that, which is a 666 winning percentage that they need to get to 96 points, which is probably going to be a playoff spot. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, they need 7 of 10 basically every 10 games. So these next 3 chunks of 10 games need 7 of 10. So they need to win. They need to basically win out until the Olympics, and I'll feel a lot better about things. But I don't see that happening.
No, I don't either. They got to show us. I mean, that's really, I think, where all of us are as Devil fans right now. Like, enough of just the talk. Let's see the product on the ice. Just play better, get better results, and it's, you know, mainly with the goaltending, mainly with Markstrom, and the 5-on-5 scoring, and yeah, I'm interested to see how they play tomorrow. Back home after the long trip, we know how those kind of go sometimes. You know, you're still kind of sleepy and not into the game after a long West Coast trip. Playing a team that is a lot better than their record suggests in Winnipeg. Still have one of the best goalies in the league in Hollebuck. And yeah, you come out tomorrow a little flat and you could be down 3-0 halfway through the first.
Yeah. So, and yeah, my last thing with Jay Snow, just something doesn't feel right about this top 6. Like the Nico Mercer Palat
I hate
line
that
is
fucking
just
line. I
it's
fucking
all I
hate that line,
fucking
dude.
hate it so much. And you can't break up Gritzik, Glass, and Lenny, so they
Nope.
need to shake up the top six a little bit. Get fucking move Palat, man. Like he should not be up there. It's just fucking
No.
crazy to me. And
Yeah,
honestly, I'd split Jack and Brad up too. Like I feel like right now they're just too duplicative of skill sets.
yeah, if anything, I would just maybe move, switch out Mercer for Brat, and let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Mercer always succeeds on Jack's win.
Yeah. So, or Connor Brown up top. We haven't seen.
Yeah, why not? No, that's not a bad idea. Like he's got 2 assists in the last game.
He's getting
They put him
Nason's
on
power play spot.
Yeah,
He's
and he's doing well there. He's producing there.
Yeah.
So
all right. Anything else you want to discuss tonight, Mr. Tim?
No, go Devils. Win the rest of the games. Win the Stanley Cup. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.
We'll be back probably. I don't know. That's tomorrow. Probably Wednesday, and we'll have everybody on board. Dan and Bobby and Tony will be hopping on too, so you'll get more than just me and Tim. And remember, guys, if you're interested in any Devil apparel, shirts, hoodies, hats, BrickCityHockeyApparel.com, all Devil-centric, awesome shit. Go on their website, check it out, and if you decide to buy anything, use promo code PUCKERS, PUCKERS, and you get 20% off your first order. Other than that, a subscription, alert bell, all the other shit, podcast, 5-star review, positive comment does help the little podcast that could. That's us. For Tim, I'm Chris. We're the Uncle Puckers. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us tonight, and we'll see you when we see you.
Tip.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
I almost forgot.